Hello, my friends on LinkedIn and YouTube. Give me 1 second. I'm waiting for, there we go, StreamYard to play nice with my Facebook group so that we can go live. And then let me just double check my group. 1 sec. Make sure we're actually there. Why is it not showing up? 1 second. Hold, please. I hate to make people wait. There we go. I see us. All right. Awesome. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. This week has gone by so fast. And who in the world can imagine that it's already November? I'm like, what in the world? So you know how I do this every single week. I'm coming to you live. We're live over on YouTube and on LinkedIn and in my free Facebook group called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. If you're not in it, you need to be in it. It's the best group on the platform. I have my friend and Business Visibility Made Easy alum, Sheila Cannon, here in the house with us. This is one of my favorite things that we do. It's our Entrepreneurial Inspiration Interview Series. I am so excited for you to learn more about this extraordinary woman. You are going to love her just as much as we all do in the Business Visibility Made Easy program. But first, I want to introduce myself just in case we've never met and you want to know who I am. I am Tracy Beavers. I'm a business and sales coach with over 20 years of experience in marketing and sales and business growth. And several years ago, I became completely fed up with my corporate career. It really just didn't suit me anymore. And so I hatched a plan to exit. And I started building my business alongside my full-time job until I could make that exit about a year and a half later. And I want you to know that in my second full year of business in the online space, I busted through the six-figure ceiling and I haven't looked back. And I want to share that with you because if you are currently in a job that you don't like and you have a dream in your heart to build an online business like I have and like Sheila has, you can do it. If we can do it, you can do it. I teach all organic visibility and list growth strategies, and I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you to get that visibility you want without having to be online 24/7. So you can grow your email list to get that consistent income that you want. The strategies I teach get your list growth happening automatically every day in the background of your business without paid ads or creating yet another free lead magnet. And if you are thinking that you would like to have a coach to guide you between now and the end of the year, roadmap your priorities and strategies, brainstorm some creative ideas and solutions, DM me or email me. I have the perfect solution for you. It's a 45-minute one-to-one with me for only $167. One of my clients did one 45-minute session with me. She spent $167. I helped her walk through her sales calls and she closed two of them for a total of $5,800. I think that's a pretty good return on investment. So that's just an example of what we can do together. If you're watching on replay, pop your comments and questions into the chat for us as we go. And if you're here live, thank you for being here live. We will look at your questions at the very end. You guys, I'm so excited to introduce Sheila to you. You, as I said, you're going to fall in love with her just like we all have in the Business Visibility Made Easy program. She is a retired public school art teacher. She's a grandmother, an equestrian, and a horse trainer. She is also now taking that art career of hers and taking it into the online space as an online art teacher and artist. And her love for horses began at a very young age when she spent so much time trying to recreate her pony out on her family's farm. Horses and art collided, and she was smitten and has never looked back. And I always like to share a fun fact about my guests. So get this, you guys. She's a retired art teacher. Did you hear that part? She actually hated school. She hated school. And she said she literally barely made it through a week straight, barely made it through high school. I mean, come on now, talk about tenacity and grit. And okay, this is fun. This is a fun fact. She can parallel park a tractor. You guys, I can barely parallel park my car. I am that gal that will drive around the block so I can pull into a parallel spot because I don't want to parallel park. Sheila, welcome in. I'm so glad to have you here. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we jump in?
No, Tracy, thank you. I'm honored that you would even ask me to join you.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I love people that are able to inspire others, and you are one of those people that can do that. So let's talk about your business. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, who you serve, and some of the offers you have.
I, as a retired art teacher, Tracy knows because she's been guiding me. I missed teaching art so much. And that's what I've been trying to do, is get the courses together. And I have to say that the courses were not the hard part for me. The
Yeah.
hard part for me was the marketing. And that's where Tracy came in.
Yeah.
I, as a public school art teacher, had my captive audience. And I've said this to Tracy before, so forgive me, Tracy, but I
No,
had my captive audience that would walk in every 40 minutes, and whether they wanted it or not, I'd be teaching them art. And I really tried to make them want it. So I'd say just about all of my kids really loved it. And when I started trying to do my online classes, I found out that it felt like nobody wanted what I had. I have good stuff, and it
yes, you
just felt
do.
like nobody wanted it. I couldn't find my audience, and Tracy's been really helping me, and so has our group. The entire group just keeps I said the other day, it's like they push my gas pedal. They help me to just accelerate, and it wouldn't happen without this group. So I'm just so
Yeah.
grateful. I have a drawing fundamentals class that I've just started,
Uh-huh.
and I'm in the third week with
Yes.
them, and we're going 5 weeks.
Love it.
I was shocked that I had 4 people sign up for it, and
Yes.
they're so excited and so dedicated. And I have a drawing horses class.
Mhm.
I also sell my artwork. I'm a portrait artist. I love
Yep.
portraits. Portraits light me up. Horse portraits are even, bigger blast for me, but
Yeah.
that's my thing, is I'm a portrait artist. So I do commissions on the side. I also sell prints of my artwork on my website. I have cards that I sell. I'm working on a coloring book that's almost ready to be published, of all of my horse paintings that I've put into a coloring book format so that people can put their own colors in it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what people will
Oh,
do with that, with their own colors,
I
you know?
know. That'll be great. That'll be
Yeah.
great.
But
So
my
your audience,
inspiration from all of you. I mean, that's where it was just that big mastermind, that generation of all of those ideas that just kept coming at me. And I wish there were 10 of me to be able to accomplish all of it so fast.
I know. I wish I could clone myself too most days. We just, as entrepreneurs, we have so many great ideas, and your love of art is what fuels those ideas. So your audience is pretty much anybody that really just wants to learn how to draw or paint. Is that right?
Yes, I found, as a teacher, my strength was the drawing, because I'm a realist. I want my students to be able to recreate what they're seeing, to build accuracy, to coordinate
Hmm.
with what they're seeing with their eyes, to
Hmm.
send it up to their brain, to be able to put it through their hand and on their paper.
I
And
love.
that's my students. When they left me, I
Hmm.
had them for 4 years at 10-week blocks. When they left me, they could draw. Just
I
about every
love it.
single one could draw.
I love
So
it. So they came into your class saying, "I can't draw a stick figure," and by the time they left you, they knew how to draw.
they could draw.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the online business. You mentioned, um, as a retired teacher, that you were missing being able to teach art. Is that what motivated you to start your online business?
It's that, and I wanted to supplement my retirement, because
Mhm.
when a teacher retires, they get half or less than that in retirement. And I have my other hobby is my horses. So I thought, how am I going to be able to afford to keep doing what I love to do? And I ride dressage, and there's a lot that goes along with it. I take lessons weekly from a beautiful dressage coach, and Tracy's like my online dressage coach, but she's business coach. But I found that just by following someone to help me,
Mhm.
if I drink the Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
it really does happen. And Tracy's proved that to me with this drawing course that I marketed it, and I have to say I didn't market it that heavily. And to have 4 people, I just would have been happy with 2, and to have 4, and I really didn't market it very
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
um, Tracy was telling me all along, "Go ahead, just, get it
Put
get
it
it
out there.
started."
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, so you were missing teaching art, missing, um, and wanting to supplement your income. I think those are two beautiful reasons. Um, let's talk about the courage to take the leap for a second, because I think sometimes when people come into the online space, they think it's going to be easy. And I know you didn't think that when you came in, but it takes some courage to decide that you've got a dream in your heart and you're going to follow it. Tell us, how did you muster up the courage to say, okay, I'm going to try this?
I had created my horse drawing course. I never marketed it. I knew that was the hole in my whole process.
Yeah.
That was my missing link. And I
Mhm.
started listening to you. I don't know how I found you. And I thought, I need her. I need her help. And I did think it would be easy at first. I did, but then by the time you met me, you knew you knew I found out I had hit a brick wall. So
Yeah.
at that point, I knew that I couldn't do it myself.
Yeah. It's hard
Um,
to build a business by ourselves. It really,
oh,
really is. There's just, I tell the story all the time. I came from corporate, award-winning sales career, right? You and I are highly educated women. We are highly intelligent. We have grit and determination and tenacity. And we come into this online space, and it's like people are speaking a different language, don't you think?
it's true. It's true. And I think with myself, I've always been the underdog. I was always that fattest kid in class, and everybody, treats you like you have the plague. And
Yeah.
I always, everything I did, even my horse that I took to Grand Prix level, he was
Mhm.
not the breed that should have been doing the Grand Prix level. He was not. And I'm a
Yeah.
nobody. And together, we just kept working and working until we succeeded. And it was the same with high school. I was saying about how I didn't make a full week of class in high school, of any classes. I'd miss 2 or 3 days a week. And I
Yeah.
taught myself. I had my books home and I would teach myself, make sure I was there for the tests. And they
Right.
couldn't fail me. But I was always trying to teach myself. I always felt like I could do it, the little engine that could. But um, I just feel like, I think if you just keep trying, eventually, as time goes on, you hit it. So
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to break through a little bit, but it's taken a
I
lot
know
of
you are.
help and a
Yeah.
lot of support. I
Yeah.
think everybody needs that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with anything in life, I think we need people that are going to cheer for us. And being an online business owner is not for the faint of heart. But what you and I have in common is determination. And I know I've said it: determination, grit, tenacity. The worst thing, and my mother always says this, the worst thing anybody could ever say to me when I was young was, no, you can't do that. It's not possible. No one's ever done that before. And I'm like, oh, hold my purse and watch me, and she said she knew the minute she tried to say no to me, I would come up with a different reason or a different way or a different path. And by the time I was done with her, she said, by the time you were done with me, I had agreed to whatever you wanted, plus a few other things for your brother and sister that you threw in, just to get everybody involved. But
You are snappy. I've got to say, you are pretty feisty. I'm more like, I get to myself. I get in. I even when I'm studying my tests before I go in for my dressage classes, I have to
yeah,
get in my own head. I call it. I have to. It's probably meditation, but I don't really know much. But I had to get in my own head, and somewhere, I believe it's through God. Somewhere within me, I feel that lift, and he pulls me through. And
yeah,
I
yeah.
just think, we gain that energy and that,
Mhm.
force to pull through, and that's what it is. And feeling like I said, like the underdog, and then I lost all my weight, and then people didn't even know who I was, and it just all this crazy stuff. Just
Yeah.
And it's the baby steps. It's really the little things. You think that you're going to do something and do it in one whole fall swoop, but it really is those little consistent steps that really make the change.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of family and friends, when you said you wanted to teach art online, in addition to your commission paintings and your beautiful printables and things like that, what did your friends say? What did your
Um,
children say?
my daughter is very supportive. My sister and my brother, of course, my mom too. They're all really supportive. I can't say my husband really kind of just ignored the whole thing. And I would have to do these online things in between the things that were required of me as a wife and as a farmer. But I don't know. I can't say, everybody embraced me and said, yeah, you're going to do it. But they're used to me doing these things. I just do things. And like I said, I just chip away until I, get to a point where either I'm going to drop it or I'm going to carry it bigger. So, I think they probably thought I was nuts because, why do you want to do this? You're retired. Don't you want to just have fun? Well, honestly, I miss that excitement where somebody draws something that they didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
That feeling of watching. I can't explain that. I think you probably go through that with us, where you see us, do something that just like that with me selling 4 courses. I thought,
I know.
Me?
Yeah.
Is that possible? And you're like cheering me on. You got this. You're doing this.
Yeah, I know. It is so rewarding when
Yes.
one of you sells one thing, or, like Beverly said, she's got her first 5-figure month in her business. And, watching you guys do the work step by step and then start to have those wins happen.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it, just like you said.
Yeah.
So share with everybody, because we all go through challenges as business owners and entrepreneurs. What is one big challenge that you have faced and overcome?
The marketing is a huge challenge. I haven't fully overcome that. I've gotten better at it. I honestly bring things to Tracy and our group, and the brainstorming helps me. It's like you guys are that little rudder in my ship, and you're helping to guide me. That's really the hard thing. And I think myself making time to do things. I'm too quick to jump up to help other people, and the quiet time. And you had talked about that, making a quiet time and sticking to that. Scheduling in my time to do my marketing as if it's like some sort of appointment.
Right. I mean, the way I had to think about it was when I was in corporate, I had a job to do and I had expectations and benchmarks I had to meet. And so, but it was easier to set that boundary because I had a job and a boss.
Yes.
And when I started working from home, working for myself, it took my family a little bit to understand that even though I work from home, I'm not available all the time. I do have to have office hours. I do need to set that boundary. And that was not easy because I'm like you. I want to help everybody. I want to be available, but the reality was I had to just keep the same schedule, pretty much 8 to 5, and sometimes nights and weekends. But that's what it takes to build a business, is setting those boundaries and sticking to them.
Right.
So what did you wish you had known before you started this online business?
I wish I'd have had some business background. I had none. And I'm not slamming business, please. This was high schoolers talking, but they said, if you want easy courses, take business. And, and I honestly, even though I didn't go to school, I wanted to go to college. I started art in college when I was a junior in high school. I started college art. I think my school didn't know what to do with me, but I did. I started college art, but business was looked down upon, the business classes in school, when I was a student at that time, in the circle of people I was in. And I wasn't in a collegey group. It was just, I don't know how to explain it. They said, if you want to take easy math classes, take business. If you follow me with this, but I didn't understand how important it really was and how much help I just would have had a better idea of what I was going to face. I never, I don't know. I always did portraits for people. People would hire me to do things, or, murals or paint something for them. Always. And I just never looked at that as a business. I always was in some kind of a business, but I would have learned to market, learn to do the online, I'm trying to think what it's called, bookkeeping. I would have learned more of that. And I really am deficient in that. I wish I would have done business
Yeah.
classes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. You have me now, so we're good.
I know, and I love you. I'm
Oh,
so
I
grateful.
love you too. All right, share with everybody a milestone that you are particularly proud of and how you achieved it.
Oh my. I have many,
I
many, because
I
I
know.
was such a, I don't know. I think the one that I really am the most proud of is the one with my horse, because both of us really were nobodies, and we got up to the Grand Prix level. We were on the low end of the Grand Prix level when I had to retire him, but neither of us were anything, and we were just average. And we out through a lot of training, and that I think, because I have had such a good dressage instructor,
Mhm.
and I watched how, by doing things with somebody that knew how to do things, I could learn quicker, and
Mhm.
even take a pair like me and my horse that we weren't set up to do this, this
Yeah,
upper level, but
yeah,
we got there. And it
yeah.
was through the expertise of somebody that knew a whole heck of a lot more than me,
Mhm.
and we achieved that. And that just shows me that even though you feel like you're less than, you can, with the right help, you can get in there and learn and save yourself a lot of time
Mhm.
and achieve something that you thought would never be possible. And
Yeah,
we earned our bronze and silver medal in the United States Dressage Federation.
that's
And
amazing.
yeah, I had to retire him before we earned our gold. He could passage and piaffe, and he did canter pirouettes, and he could side pass, and he did all those beautiful things. And he did flying changes of leads, which is where they change their lead every so many strides. And we could do them every 4 strides, 3 strides, 2 strides. And by the time we got to the singles, he only could do 3. And then it
Oh,
was time to retire him. But
yeah,
we almost made it up to the
yeah.
top.
So how do you think that experience has helped you with your online business? You think there's any correlation there?
It's just showing up. It's showing up, doing the work, and I would follow my instructor's directions. She
Mm,
always left me with an audio, still does, and I listen to that audio while I'm practicing for the week. And when she comes back, she's so sweet, because she'll say to me, not always, but she'll say, "I know you've been practicing," and she's not all of her students do that, but I
yeah,
do. I take it seriously. I
yeah,
want to get better. I
mhm,
If I want to get better, I have to follow the path to get better. And
yeah,
she has an eye that I do not. She can see things that I'm doing or that my horse is doing, that she can do a correction
uh-huh,
that'll prevent trouble down the road. And
yeah,
that's what you do.
yeah,
You and my instructor are two parallel entities,
mhm,
you
yeah,
business, her horses, and you guys can see the trouble. Like you with my sales page, you're like, wait a minute, Sheila, you got to do this and this. I'm thinking, what's the difference, But I thought, you're the expert, so it
yeah.
worked.
Well, and once you made those changes, people started
Yeah,
buying,
yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah,
true. It's
yeah.
true.
I
Thank
think
you.
the message that I'm hearing is that if we are truly determined to get to a goal, we need to find a guide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Someone that's I want to say way ahead of you. I mean, somebody that's ahead of you that can see. I know as a teacher, it was
Mhm,
rare because I taught over 30 years.
mhm.
By the last 10 years, it was rare if I had anything in the classroom that surprised me. I could
Yeah,
see it coming. And
yeah,
even maybe twice a year, I'd have something was like, wow, where did that come from? But I think the expertise, you can see the path, and you can take somebody that's, you think about it, if your compass is off and
yeah,
you're going, 1 degree off a little bit, you're going to end up out somewhere, in a direction you didn't plan on going. But if you have a coach that can say, hold on, let's steer a little bit more to the left and
yep,
get back on the path, it
yep.
helps. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to have those guides. Thank you for being
Yeah,
one.
you're amazing. I've had plenty of people help me, with building my business. I just think it is impossible to build this thing by ourselves. There's just too many things to learn.
I agree.
So
And
tell everybody, what do you have planned for your business in the next 3 to 6 months? Do you have new products coming out? Are you gonna market your course again? What can everybody look forward to?
I plan on marketing my drawing fundamentals course again. This particular group, and this is through Tracy's direction, this was my foundation group. This was my test group. They're helping me. These people are helping me to put my course together better. And I'm hoping after December, I can market it again and it'll be even
Nice.
better. And that and my coloring book, which is almost complete, and that I'm going to market.
Nice.
I have
When
my
will
card.
it be? When will your horse coloring book be ready to go?
I'm hoping before Christmas. I'm really close
Yeah.
to being,
I
I'm
love it.
really close.
I think that's great. And you
And
said
that came from the group too. That came from the group.
yeah. And you also have note cards
I do.
I've seen them and they're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Can people find all that stuff on your website?
It's all on my website,
Okay.
shecanart.com. Yes,
Okay.
it's all
Because
there.
everybody that's listening, like, I think this podcast episode is actually going to air after the holidays, but right now we're live. And so if you guys are looking for a great gift for somebody in your life, I want you to go check out Sheila's offers, because my goodness, how much fun would it be to gift somebody a drawing class where they can actually learn how to do something and express themselves and, have that freedom of expression and all that. I think that's really cool. I know that you brought a free gift for everybody, and Jill is going to pop the link into the chat. I think it's some of your coloring pages. Is that right?
I have 2 coloring pages. One is more intricate and the other one is a little more simple. I didn't know what your audience would want, so I thought if I gave them a more simple and a more intricate. The more intricate one is the painting of my Grand Prix dressage horse. But he is out in the field, and that was during the time when he was I had just retired him.
Yeah.
And my paintings are online, so if they wanted to compare the drawings to the paintings, they're online.
What was his name? Because I remember seeing a beautiful video that you did of him.
It's Fancy O'Shea. He was quite amazing. He had, Tracy, that's what he has, like we have. He had heart.
Yeah.
Anything I faced him with, if he couldn't do it, it was so sweet. As if, if he could talk to me, I know what he would have said to me. Wait a minute. I'm learning this. I'm strengthening my muscles.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep trying. That was him. I'm just going to keep trying. And Dave had heart. He did, to the point where he built his body because he would listen to me. He was a dancer, and he listened, built his body, and then he could do, it took baby steps, but then he could do the different movements.
Just like our clients, Sheila, when your students are saying, okay, I'm building my drawing muscles. I'm trying to get the technique down. And just like my clients tell me that too, there's just so many parallels in our conversation today.
It's that encouragement, Tracy. I know I feel it from you when I'm feeling, there's times I come in and I'm feeling down and I'm feeling, I can't do this. And you're like, no, come on, Sheila, you can, and what do you need help with? And And I did the same thing and do the same thing with my art students. It's like, if you want me to lift you up, I'm going to lift you up, and I'm not going to slam you down because I'm seeing the process happening. I can see that you're starting and you're going to build your strengths and your muscles, and you're going to do this. It's a superpower by the time you're done. It's exciting for me. I think I get just as much of a thrill out of that as I do sitting and just drawing somebody. If I'm sitting and looking at somebody and I just don't have anything to do and I just sketch them quick, I just get, it kind of pumps me up. And it's the same thing with watching my students learn something.
I love it. Anything real quick that you want to share before we go?
Oh, I don't have any artwork behind me because I am traveling right now. So I wish I had some of my artwork, but I don't. And it looks a little bare behind here, but it's okay. If you're interested in looking, you can get on my Instagram or my Facebook or TikTok. It's She Can Art, and it's CANN for can. And also on my website, there's several of my paintings are prints available and some of my originals. I just sold one of my originals yesterday. So it went to a beautiful home. And anyway,
Yeah, I love
Yes.
it. Your artwork is absolutely beautiful, and I like looking at your Instagram page just because I like watching you draw. It's just
Oh,
mesmerizing for me.
thank you.
All right, I'm not seeing any questions in the chat. You guys, if you're coming to us on replay and you have a question for me or for Sheila, let us know and we will swoop in and answer it for you. But before we go, I have something really fun for you guys. I have a super fun quiz that I developed last summer. You're going to want to take this quiz. It's called Unlock Your Secret to Stand Out and Become Unforgettable Online. So go to tracybeavers.com/quiz, take the quiz, get your results. Then I want you to reach out to me. Tell me what results you got. And we have decided to do something really fun here in my free Facebook group. So again, if you're not a member of my group, you need to be, just for this reason alone. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur, Get Visible, Grow Your Email List and Your Income is the name of the Facebook group. We're going to let you, the members of this group, do a live member spotlight to teach on a topic that is in your zone of genius. You will not only get to practice your presentation skills, but you'll also be able to showcase your expertise. And if you want a spot to do that, my assistant Jill is booking those now. We do have a list going. So we give our Business Visibility Made Easy alumni mastermind members first crack at all of the member spotlight spots, but I know we'll have some coming up with some openings. And just reach out to her and she'll put you on the list. I am so excited about this. We've been wanting to think of ways to add value to our group and give you, the members, a chance to shine and practice your skills and showcase all the awesomeness you're doing. So I think this is going to be really fun. Yesterday, Sam Gamble kicked us off with the first one. If you missed it, the recording is in the group. I think Jill probably will put that in the guide section of the group as well. And you know how I like to close things out. Be here live with me every Thursday at 11:30. Put it on your Google Calendar and set a phone alarm. And remember, just like Sheila and I have been talking about today, being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Building a business online is hard. Some days you're sold out of all your paintings, and other days nobody's calling you for anything, right? And you just have to remember that you're not alone and get into a community of support, a community that has your back. And that way you will always be supported. So I want you guys to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So that is why we have to keep cheering each other on. Sheila, thank you again so much for being here with us.
Well, my honor and pleasure, Tracy, and I would do anything for you. Really, you've helped me so much. Thank you so much.
I feel the same way about you, my friend.
Thank you.